using up some of your scraps. I was cutting up a lot of DSP for some extravaganzas that we're having shortly, in a couple of weeks actually, and had lots of little bits and pieces of designer series paper left over. And I thought, oh my goodness, I don't want to waste this, I want to do something with it. So I came up with a couple of these ideas to make sure that you don't waste anything. So let's flick over to the desk and great. I will start off. Now these are some of the scraps that I have. I've got some more, but this I've been using the Hues of Happiness, the Hues of Happiness suite, and this is some of the scraps that I've got left over. I've got some of these long bits as well, which we'll be using. So as you can see, lots and lots of beautiful, beautiful designer series paper that I really did not want to waste. So let's start off by taking these off my desk. And what I thought I would do, I have got this striped bit of paper here, and I've got a bit of window sheet. So, oh hi Shani, welcome. Bit of window sheet, and I'm going to pop that onto this striped paper. So that's going to help me. This is just some of that removable tape that I've got set up. So I'm just going to take that. I've just cut this. I think it's about a 5 1/4 by 5. I'm just going to take it up to that line and then pop that tape over. So this is just to keep the window sheet. Now I'm doing it like this so that I've got the lines to follow. Right, so let me grab my tape, and probably should have done some ahead of time, but there we go. It doesn't take long anyway. So I'm going to take it right over to the side. Oops. One good thing about this, so from this I'm actually going to get 3 designs for some cards. So I'm just popping this along. I mean, this is not the one that needs to be straight so much, but it does help to have this straight before you start. So as I was saying, I was just chopping up all this. You think you know what I'm going to do you? Well, it's actually something a little bit different, but you have to wait and see. For extravaganza, as I say. So when we do pre-cut all the kits, etc., we end up sometimes with quite a lot of, as I was showing you, quite a lot of designer series paper, or even cardstock actually. So this is something you could do with cardstock. It doesn't have to be designer series paper. Just so happens that is what I had on a pile on my desk, and so this is what I'm going to use today. Now I'm going to use just the flowery side. Okay, now I'm going to get my Pick Me tool. I'm just going to take this off. Now I have done something similar to this a little while ago. Actually, I should have got them out to show you, where I did this bigger strips than this though, and I popped it up on foam, and it was like a floating strip technique, which I absolutely love. So it is a little bit similar to that. It's a bit crooked, that one, that's all right. Similar to that in the sense I'm using a window sheet, but basically I'm just using that to, because the strips were quite skinny, I'm just using that to keep them straight. Okay. And then I want this side, oops, sticky fingers. I want this side to be, oh my goodness, that's come right off there. I want this side to be a little bit uneven. You'll see why shortly. So I'm going to start off, now I'm hoping to get this straight without being able to stand over it. I'm going to start off there. So I'm just going in between the lines, and then I'm going to sort of go in a little bit more. I don't want a yellow one. I want to vary the colours. So as you can see, it doesn't take very long to do this. And it's pretty, that one, isn't it? So all the different flowers. And this paper is just so gorgeous. Oops, we don't want yellow. So I'm just taking those ends out a little bit further. So it sort of comes in the middle there. And one more. Let's try and get a different colour. I think we're this one. Okay. You're intrigued. Oh, that's good, Helen. I'm pleased. Welcome. So you've got this now, and these bits we can use again on the window sheet. So I'm going to grab my trimmer. So I'm going to do, firstly, so the other reason I like it on this window sheet, you can use this as a straight line. So if you turn it over and use the window sheet as your guide, a little bit of sticky tape on there, to cut that down like so. And you can use these another time. Okay, so I want this one to be for front of the card. So this is one sheet. You can keep it like this, or I'll show you what else you can do with it. And then with this one, you can use it like so. So I have cut these down to half, and I actually used one of these. I have used this to create a card, which I'll show you as well, and this piece. And then I've also used this to cut into these 1/2 inch pieces. And I'm going to show you. We're going to finish that one off. So I have used the 1/2 inch ones, and I've popped it onto this card. And I've done the rest of them. I'm just going to trim this one down. And we are going to use a host stamp set called Sit, Stay and Relax. So we're going to do a bit of colouring. So I have stamped already. Now this is the Sit, Stay and Relax, and I think this is so cute. With these cute little pets, cats and a dog. I sort of married them up to what I thought would be quite cute with the cards I've made, and we're going to do this one for this card. Wish You Were Here, a little doggy sitting there waiting for its master to come home. So I thought I would colour that. So saffron. It was good to get out my blends again, actually. I haven't used them for a while. So these stamps are distinctive stamps. So they do have quite a bit of detail. And naturally going to give us shade. And I'm just adding some here, because when I go over it with the light, the shadow will be picked up naturally by the stamp detail. go around the doggy. I decided he would be a brown dog. Very well behaved, sitting up there waiting. Mind you, sitting on the chair, he's lucky. Right, just going over with this one. As you can see, it naturally goes light and dark. There we go. Certainly makes it quick and easy to colour. And it's quick and easy anyway with the blends, but don't know if you have your doggy up there on your couch. Okay, just going over with this one. I've got nice frayed edges actually on this, so I have to be careful not to go over on my tip. Okay, he's very lucky. Okay, let's give him a, as I say, a brown. This is some of the tonal blends, Stampin' Blends, all the ones for skin and okay. He could be a little dash hound, I suppose, couldn't he? He looks long and skinny. Well, I was going to bring over my pink for his nose, so you just have to imagine that. He's got a pink nose. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Gosh, your internet working all right? No, you have so much trouble with it. Now, this is wooden legs. I'm just going to give this one wooden legs. I've already stamped the sentiment on here and cut it out just to save a bit of time. And I will give a bit of shadow here, just because it is causing shadow. I just think it looks a bit more realistic than a just sitting here on white doing nothing. Right, okay. Let's pop that to one side. And the other thing I want to show you is this new, it's coming out in the mini catalogue. Look at this. It's so hard to tell what this looks like in the catalogue, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And it has lots of glimmer in it. Now, it is like a plait. And I thought, oh, what happens if you can you fray it? And because it's plaited, you probably can't sort of see, or woven, sort of like those crocheted things, you can actually just pull it out. And I love being able to have the option on these to do that. Okay, so that is been, oops. And let's pop some tape on the back of that. See, I stamped that once already. Okay. I find this tear and tape Stampin' Seal. We used tear and tape before. So good for this sort of thing. Okay. So, and I've got sticky fingers. I've got it all tangled up now. Gosh, it could be quite good as a web if you do Halloween. It could be quite good as that sort of thing, couldn't it? Okay. I'm going to pop that there. I'm just going to sort of do some bits sticking out. So you just got to play around until you've got it where you want it. Not doing a very good job of this one, actually. There you go. Okay. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. It's stuck on everything, but there we go. That'll be good. That'd be quite good as a bit of snow effect, actually. That's given me some ideas on other ways to use it as well. So let's just pop this on dimensionals. Okay, one more. So Friday, the new catalogue is out. Very exciting. Very sport at this time of year, aren't we, with the catalogues coming out. Okay. My finger's all caught up on this today. Should have done that ahead of time. Just deciding to give me a little bit of grief. Okay, so let's pop that on there. Put there in the end. There we go. And then I have just got a basic white card to pop that on. Okay. So that is Wish You Were Here with the wee doggy. So that is one way to use your scraps. The other one I have used like this and used a cat, and I have got a cat like this called Benny, a black and white cat, and that is Relish the Day, and using the strip like so. And then probably my favourite, you were wrong. You'll have to tell me what it was you were thinking of. And then there's this one, which would be my favourite actually, using the ends that I did that were uneven. Just your papers may be like that anyway, and just stamping directly on the card with the image of the wee pussy cat. So just 3 ways here to use your designer series paper to make gorgeous, gorgeous cards. And I love that stamp set, that host stamp set. Sit, stay and relax. I think it is so cute. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give it a go. Just 8 strips. I think it was 8. Let's have a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips and 3 different ways to create some cards. So take care, everybody. Missed the beginning. Was that? Yes, it was on window sheet. Yeah. Thought I was doing the floating. Yes, that's what I have done that one before. And you could easily do the floating with this. You could just put some strips of foam underneath those and make it floating. As easy as I did that video where I used it. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and don't waste that gorgeous designer series paper. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next week.